there was another gentleman I am not going to name on this podcast because I will let our listeners find out who he is, who's not currently directly linked with the cricketing establishment, but he is a very famous former cricketer who had his say. That is a goss. No one knew at that time who would be the next captain of India because there was no succession plan. So Azharuddin suddenly becomes the captain of Indian cricket team after that whole talk with Raj Singh Dungarpur, Mia Kaptan Banoge.
Hello everyone, I'm Anviti with Rika Roy and we are at a reboot sequel.
Well, let's call it a reboot because it's in a different avatar right now. Yeah, reboot, but in a different avatar.
So this is a reboot of NDTV's Tea, Toast and Sports, but now in podcast style. As the name suggests, there'll be lots of sports, but there'll also be lots of tea. As in?
Tea, coffee, all of that hit the right notes, including sports.
And gossip.
Yes, Anviti, we can't not deliver gossip when the gossip queen is sitting with me.
Yes, okay. Let's then begin. So we have a very important game coming up ahead. It's, of course, the Baz Ballers versus Team India. So can we call Team India bazookas?
Well, you can call them whatever you like. Anviti, Baz Ballers are the Baz Ballers. They picked up this name.
Actually, yes, we should first say what Baz Ball is.
Yes. Pretty much 2 years ago when Brendan McCullum, joined the English cricket team as the coach of the English cricket team. So why Baz Ball? Because Brendan McCullum's nickname is Baz. And that's how the name Baz Ball comes.
But it's something very interesting as well because, Baz Ball, sorry, I'm opening my phone to just so that I get the terminology correct. Baz Ball actually made it to HarperCollins dictionary.
Yeah, it did.
It did. And HarperCollins dictionary describes it as, I think it was added in 2022-3.
Yeah.
Baz Ball is a style of cricket where batting side attempts to make gains in initiative by playing very aggressively in the beginning.
Exactly. And that's Brendan McCullum's style of playing. It's his philosophy of playing. You can say it is an English way. It's a new English way of playing cricket. New English way of playing cricket, going all guns blazing and taking the attack to the opposition in a very, very aggressive manner, garnering as many runs as they can in the first inning so that, they can put pressure on the opposition. It started with Test cricket and then it percolated in all other formats of the game. And so
but it really did work in the beginning. Like if the average run rate was there was a 1.0 decimal mark among all the top 4 teams.
So England did reap a lot of rewards with Baz Ball in the beginning, but Anviti, we must be careful in saying in saying that it was very successful because England hasn't reached the Test Championship knockout, that is the final, in the last 2 cycles, despite Baz McCullum being a part of the team, despite all the talks around the Baz Ball philosophy. It hasn't gone really very far. Well, yes. So Anviti, you spoke about the Baz Ballers versus
bazookas. Yeah, can we call it that?
Well, I don't know if Indians are more noise than performance. So we'll have to find that out. But I don't think they're making. I think for now they're making the right noises. And there are a lot of talks around England being the favorites this time around because even though they are a young team, but they are more a settled team than India. And
I will come to being a more settled team than India, but first continue your thought.
And Anviti, I will have to give you a surprise. You remember I was telling you that over the weekend I am going to be meeting someone really famous, the voice of the of Indian sports.
I've been quite intrigued
voice
about
of
that.
Indian cricket, and I will actually make you listen to what this person had to say when I asked him as to who could be the real favorite and can India be considered as favorite, because given that England has not done that well.
Mhm.
So let's listen into him, and the person is Harsha Bhogle.
Are we going to include Harsha Bhogle in this?
Harsha will be a part of this podcast.
Lovely. Even though I've never met him, it will be quite fun.
Yes.
I'm quite
So
jealous.
we will dip into his interview with me over the weekend,
Ah.
and I will make you hear his perspective of the series, what he thinks
Yeah.
about various facets of Indian cricket now that it has undergone a transition.
No, I will definitely want to hear the rest of it, but we'll mix it in this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so since you've already mentioned Harsha Bhogle, uh, and a more settled team that was England, that is England. I want to talk about the current team. It's going to be quite different, right? This growing up, we have gotten used to the teams being more settled. Even when there's a new captain, when there's a new uh, team, young team, there's someone from the older generation kind of like holding hands and, lighting the torch or whatever. This time it's quite different. There's no Kohli, there's no Sharma, there's no Ashwin. A very young first timer captain. What do you feel about that?
Anviti, you make me feel very young by saying that in 2005, when we used to do Tea Toast and Sports on TV, you were in school. So we will have to talk, since you make me feel so young, we will have to talk about young India and the young Indian team, what it means. And by being young, I have had the view of Indian cricket over the last 20 years. And I can tell you, not since the time when Mohammad Azharuddin became the captain of India, and there was one gentleman back then called Raj Singh Dungarpur who had asked Azhar, Mia Kaptan Banoge? Because, no one knew at that time who would be the next captain of India, because there was no succession plan. So Azharuddin suddenly becomes the captain of Indian cricket team after that whole talk with Raj Singh Dungarpur, Mia Kaptan Banoge. Not since that, India has been so unsettled in terms of who would be the next captain.
Yeah.
Because from Tendulkar to Ganguly to Anil Kumble to Dhoni to Kohli, everyone pretty much, there was Rahul Dravid in between. Everyone
One of my
there
favorites.
was a succession plan.
Yeah.
Nothing really came by chance. But when
And nothing
Shubman Gill,
so shocking as well.
I wouldn't say it's shocking, but Shubman is a surprise.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, I thought that KL Rahul probably will take over the reins
Most of us did.
Indian cricket.
Do you remember?
So many people going, I just thought it would be KL Rahul.
So there was this
But as a
instance.
Dhoni,
There was this instance where there was the sudden announcement that XYZ is leaving. Then there was the sudden announcement that BCCI is pondering over the next one.
right?
And then I came to you
The stories
on your desk. I
Yeah,
came to you on your desk and I'm like, what do you think? Who's going to do it? Like,
Yeah.
who's going to be the next?
I told you on that very day that it's Shubman Gill and not the second name that you spoke to me about.
Yes.
You spoke to me about 2 or 3 names.
Yes, I did.
And I said, forget about the rest. It is going to be Shubman Gill.
Yeah. And then I used that information to go and bet with my friends.
Yeah.
No money was involved. But yeah, just bet with my friends.
Damn, you should have had got some money out of this, because you had the information way ahead.
Way in
of
advance.
I mean, even
It was
before
at least-
BCCI had the first round of meeting.
It was 5 days before the meeting.
Yeah.
But
So finally it all led to Shubman Gill becoming the captain, though there were two other contenders. But I think, Shubman stepping into the shoes of captaincy is very young. And what BCCI was really looking at was investing in a captain who would then last the whole of WTC cycle, who would be the captain until the next Test Championship final 2 years from now. So they were looking at someone consistent. They were not looking at going back to Virat Kohli and making him the captain. Though there were some suggestions from some quarters that get Kohli back, because Sharma has already. Yeah. Sharma has already resigned. Sharma has already given up. He's already announced his retirement. Get Kohli back. There were a lot of these suggestions. So finally, I don't think BCCI saw sense in that because they were very clearly focused on having a captain who would then give them a 2-year run, a straight
Right.
2-year run.
Right.
And
Makes sense.
also Gautam Gambhir had his say. There was another gentleman I am not going to name on this podcast because I will let our listeners find out who he is, who's not currently directly linked with the cricketing establishment, but he is a very famous former cricketer who had his say. That is a goss. And Viti, I have to tell you this off the record. I can't tell you on the record because that's going to be spilling a lot of beans on
Let's
the front.
and then you
For
tell
sure.
me.
But yeah, I actually also asked Harsha about what he thinks about Shubman Gill, the new captain. So let's listen into what Harsha had to say.
I thought the number one by a long shot, and if he wanted it, was Jasprit Bumrah. I thought the only other contender was Shubman Gill. And so the moment Bumrah ruled himself out personally, because he wasn't in a position to play all 5 test matches, then I don't think there was much of a discussion thereafter. I know you could have looked at Rishabh Pant, but I maybe they went by what they saw in the IPL. Maybe they thought it's a calmer demeanor. I don't know. I mean, at the moment, Rishabh Pant has a better record as a test player than Shubman Gill has. But sometimes just on a hot day, 4 hours, you're a keeper. They probably thought they could have done without that. So, but for my money, the moment Jasprit Bumrah ruled himself out, it had to be Shubman Gill. And I'm very curious to see how it goes because in terms of experience, it's not too different from many other captains who've got the job.
So I guess Harsha is now a part of our show.
Officially. Yes.
Like we should get one more chair for him now.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Next time we should get him here sitting with us. Right now he's there virtually, but yeah, on the real
In
set.
spirit. But anyway, so there is one player that I have actually quite admired a lot over the years. And since we're talking about the team being sent off with a new captain and something very fresh, does it not remind you of Dhoni a little bit?
2007, what were you doing, Aniti?
I was still in school.
Okay. So this happened in 2007 while you were in class?
I'm not revealing. I'm very young.
No, you're very old, which is why you're not revealing.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2007. I think Gauri Prasad is behind the camera. He was there covering the series with us in 2007. And I don't quite remember, maybe he shot that interview also with MS Dhoni when MS and his team, a very young team, was being sent off to South Africa for the 2020 World Cup. That was a year when India had performed very well in England. And this, I still remember me and there was another colleague of ours back then, Anisa Khan. We did this interview with Mahendra Singh Dhoni sitting in his hotel room in Manchester about going to the T20 World Cup as a captain, as an unheralded captain, after all the seniors said that they were not going to play T20 cricket. So there was no Sachin, no Dravid, none of the seniors were willing to
situation.
travel
Same situation.
to South Africa for the inaugural edition of the T20 World Cup to play there. So it was given to Mahendra Singh Dhoni to lead a very young band of boys, and the rest was history.
Well, I have a question now because we've been throwing out lots of big names, cricketing legends. But all of them were mostly batsmen, the names we have taken so far. So let's get to the other side of things and let's get to a very important aspect of things, bowling. It's a similar situation here as well. There are no biggies in quote and unquote, because we never know which player is going to be the big one in a series. Like, let's look at all the players that we saw in IPL, there were so many biggies that came out of everywhere in India. So with the established biggies not being a part of the upcoming series, there's no Shami and so many more.
There's no Shami, there's no Ashwin.
Ashwin, yes.
Yeah.
So
very, very big holes to fill.
Yeah. So I want to know your opinion and your expertise on that side.
Yeah, this is a question that I also asked Harsha. So I think, it was quite a surprise to me, Harsha saying that for the first time, the the Indian bowling unit is the one to bet on. More than the batting, he is saying that it's the bowling that'll probably come to the party in England with the kind of bowlers that we have in our stable.
It was inevitable. It was just a question of whether it's now or whether it's next year. So no Anderson, no Broad is a huge will make a huge difference. Jofra Archer, he hasn't played test matches for a long time. Vokes is 34, 35. You don't know how much more petrol he has in the tank. So you're really looking at Mark Wood, who's also 35 and is an injury candidate, sadly for him. He's a very fine bowler. So you're looking at a state of flux in English bowling, which is an opportunity for the sides playing against them. Counterbalancing that is probably the best top seven that England has had for a few years. So then they'll have to score enough runs to overcome the kind of the sort of relative shortcomings in their bowling. With India, I actually think the bowling is stronger at this stage. I hope we get to a stage where I'm proved wrong and that the batting shines again, that Yashasvi and Rahul form a great partnership, that Gill gets into form, that Pant goes back to the format that he's at his best at.
Now, you see, Jasprit Bumrah once again, who's traveling there, is perhaps not going to play the entire series. We've not mentioned yet in the podcast that it is a 5-test series.
Yes, of
It
course.
is a
very
5-test
important.
series. Yeah, it starts on the 20th of June, and it's going to be. It's
Just
going
ahead.
to be. Yeah, it's just there, and it's going to be a long haul for everyone, and to hold out their body and to have their body and mind in sync, it's going to be quite a task. Now, Jasprit Bumrah is probably not playing the entire series. But despite that, you have Arshdeep Singh, you have the likes of, Prasidh Krishna, who's just been a purple cap winner in the IPL. Though Test cricket is a completely different beast, it's a completely different ball game, but a lot of eyes will be on Prasidh Krishna, who's a hit the deck bowler, who's been performing quite well in the side games in England. So we'll really have to wait and see how the Indian bowling team pulls up against an ultra aggressive English batting lineup. You have already spoken about Bazball. I call them the Stokes, Wokes and Company because there is a Ben Stokes, there's a Chris Wokes. So that makes them Stokes, Wokes and other folks. Let's call them that way.
This should be on the banner or on a t-shirt
Yeah.
somewhere. Like Stokes,
Stokes,
and
Wokes and
folks.
other folks taking on the Indian cricket team. Yeah. Gill's army.
I love him.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, for some reason, all my favorite cricketers were all wicket keepers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Rahul Dravid, Adam Gilchrist, Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Gilly was one of my favorite too.
Gilly is
And
my annual time favorite wicket keeper. I think it was I can't remember what they were called at that time. Deccan?
Deccan Chargers, yeah.
Deccan Chargers. And there was this match where Gilly sort of like bamboozled the batter. Really can't remember because it's so long ago. And I remember we were like, that's why you're my favorite. I wish I could remember that or we could just play that clip, but I just having a hard time right now. But he was just brilliant on the field. Like he moved like water.
Yeah. That most of the Australian guys, if you see from that era and even now, they were what really set them apart was their level of fitness.
Yeah.
Their level of fitness, their level of alertness. So there is the Adam Gilchrist story that I have too,
Yeah.
which is 2008 India-Australia series. He drops VVS Lakshman's catch. I think he was 2 or 3 tests shy of his 100th test. He decides to retire because he suddenly feels that maybe
He's not as
his reaction time is not keeping up with his body. his mind and body probably are not in sync, and he just decides to pull the plug on his test career.
Yeah.
He had a lot of cricket. He did have a lot of cricket left in him, but he didn't
I'm sure he did.
go on to play.
I'm sure he did because even during the, again, coming back to IPL, man, that, ugh. So one reason that I loved Gilchrist and Rahul Dravid and Dhoni for same reason, all the batsmen and bowlers were always getting into fights with one another. And most of the time, the wicketkeeper was just there, like minding their own business. Like, I'm above all of you. I control this land.
Rishabh Pant is not like that. Rishabh Pant is a veritable chatterbox.
Yeah.
He's forever chattering away behind the stars.
No, chatting to MS Dhoni also. Did you
Chattering.
remember that?
No, so MS Dhoni wasn't a chatterbox.
No, but you remember that viral clip of his where he's abusing the.
No, so he would do that, but he wouldn't constantly chatter
Yeah.
to distract the batter.
Yeah.
That's what Rishabh Pant would do. He's a chatterbox. He's a complete chatterbox.
So that's what I do at work as well. So that if work is getting too overwhelming and other people are being productive, I just start chattering about so that the other people can get less productive and I don't feel bad about myself not doing anything. Bring them down to your level. Don't rise to theirs.
I think you can have a sip of your coffee.
I finished already.
Oh my God. Before the podcast finishes.
Yeah. I mean, I know.
Have you had enough goss for the day?
No, I want more. Give me some
Yeah.
more.
Ask.
Okay, so before we wrap up, Rika, I have something a little bit controversial to ask you because I have my fair share of opinion on it
Bollywood. I know you're going to ask me Bollywood. Go.
later. But my mother has a set of opinions on it, and I know so many people here would have an opinion on it if we go around asking people. There was a massive change that happened recently. There was a very great cricket player in our country, Nawab Patodi, and there was something named
See, I
after-
told you you're going to ask me Bollywood. I knew this. I so knew that you're going to ask me about Bollywood.
Yeah, because that's my jam. I can't help it.
Yeah.
So, so Nawab Patodi, who is very associated with Bollywood, there was something very important named after him, which was, can we say it was taken away from him or was it replaced? Like, I don't want to.
Even I don't know whether the name was retired.
So now
make it a Tendulkar, Anderson.
Let's
Jimmy
first
Anderson
begin
has-
with explaining.
Yeah,
what was
so
it.
this trophy that is going to be played for the series is going to be called Anderson Tendulkar Trophy.
But it was not called that.
It was called the Patodi Trophy for years and years because there was a legacy to it. The Patodi Senior, Patodi, Nawab of Patodi, Patodi Junior, all of them, they played in England. There was a connect between connects between Indian cricket and English cricket,
Yes.
which is why it was called the Patodi Trophy, and there was a legacy around it. Now, I don't know whether
very
few years down the line it is called the Kohli Wood or Kohli Stokes Trophy. The way names keep changing.
But what's the justification behind?
There's no justification. It's just that the masters of the game, or let me say
But these are big decisions. How are they made?
there was no vote. There was no people were not asked. The fans were not asked. The public was not asked. It's just that men in suits decided one day.
It's always the men in suits, isn't
It's
it?
just and I wouldn't say women in suits.
No, I wouldn't say that either.
Men in suits.
Yeah.
Who just one day woke up on I
It's
don't
like
know
what bore ho raha hai?
which side of the bed and decided it was time to honor Tendulkar.
आज कुछ तूफानी करते हैं.
आज कुछ तूफानी करते हैं. Yes. So so
No,
in
but
a
name
way,
changes have to be justified, right? Like there has to be,
this-
this place was occupied by the colonizers. So we have taken that name away and we've given it our own name.
So
that
left
makes
to me, Anviti, I would still have kept it Patodi Trophy. Since I was not involved in the name change, I really
That's very sad. You should have been consulted at
Seriously,
least.
yes, of course.
You should have been
I
consulted.
am a stakeholder. I do get through the turnstiles of stadiums. I am a stakeholder, and
All of us. are.
I really feel
But-
inspired
but
not being consulted.
You're right. All of us are stakeholders because all of us make the Indian cricket what it is, right?
If you and me talking about it is making cricket that much more fetching, that much more impactful. We are talking about a young Indian side that is touring England. So I think that there is enough juice for us, even though there isn't Virat Kohli, even though there isn't Rohit Sharma, the two biggest draws that
I will miss
yeah.
Kohli. I will really miss Kohli on the field.
The
Because
cameras.
the cameras will miss it. The
Cool.
things he did for the audience, you know, he would turn around and ask them to dance. Or,
Tricks.
yeah, the theatrics of his. And
Let's see
explain.
if there is someone in the Indian cricket team who's able to match those theatrics.
What if Shubman matches it?
No. I have my eyes on Rishabh Pant.
Ah.
The
Yeah.
just the theatrics part of it, if he's able to
Yeah,
match, yeah.
that would be great.
Yeah.
But you know what? I really want to
There
wrap
will
up
be a
now,
Rishabh camp.
because I just can't wait to hear the gossip that you're about to share with me off the record.
Yeah.
And maybe in a few days it can become known enough that we can
Yeah.
talk about it here.
Yeah, when we have 1 million subscribers, then I will say. Then I will go on record and spill the
Shooting for the stars, are we?
Yes.
Okay, so this has been the very first episode of Tea, Toast and Sports with NDTV's Rika Roy and Anviti. I hope we get a lot more tea in the future, especially for our viewers. And
And toast. And
we
toast.
didn't have any toast today.
We will have toast in the future and all the stories that you want.
I need more stories because I need to win more bets with
I am your
friends.
Aesop. I am your Aesop.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I will give you the story.
Yes. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.